Okay, I'm going to show you how we pour the, make the rubber hand for the Doctor Vibrator on the end of the hose. A mold was made of somebody's hand. This happens to be Gary Taplin's wife's hand. A plaster mold. It goes together in two parts like this. First thing I'm going to do is spray some Ease Release 200 as a mold release agent, so that it comes out of the mold very easily. And I'm going to put the mold together, and I'm going to rubber band it together with these real heavy rubber bands so that it can't come apart. I usually use 3 or 4. You can use any rubber band really, but these are real strong ones. Okay. I have the back of the hand marked, the front of the hand, the palm, and I have marked here that we're looking for about 8 ounces of rubber, and what we're going to be using is Smooth Sil 920, available from Smooth On. It's a 2-part silicone rubber compound, and we're going to add a colorant for skin tones. I'll show you how that's done. First, I'm going to start with the one is part A, one's part B. It's kind of like the consistency of molasses. We're using a graduated container, graduated plastic container, so we can tell when we get about 4 ounces of each. And I'm gonna use a little bit more than necessary, because I'd rather have a touch more than not enough. So if I got not enough, I got to go back and start mixing more. So I'm gonna let this settle. See if we've got 4 ounces, and that looks just about perfect. So now did the blue, now we're going to do the yellow. I'm going to wipe off my stick real well so that we don't contaminate the other part. Okay. Now we're going to add in the colorant. And it really doesn't take much of this stuff to get what you need. That'll do it right there. I'm going to mix this stuff up real well. I'm going to be scraping the sides the whole time. Okay, now I'm going to pour my mixed silicone rubber into the mold. Bob, can you get me one of those rubber hoses?
Yeah, I got one.
And I'm going to fill it right about, I know exactly where I got to be, because when I put the end of the rubber hose in, it's going to displace some of it and it's going to want to come up. So I don't need to go right to the top. Give me a paper towel there. Okay. This is what we're gonna mold the the hand to. What we're going to do is we're going to wire it up so that the height is perfect. That's about perfect right there. Now I know that this up here has to face the back of the hand, so I'm going to line it up so that the back that I have marked here is going to line up with this. That is about perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump it right in. Okay, I'm going to let that cure. I'm supposed to let it cure for 16 hours. I can actually demold after 8 or 9 hours. So I'm going to let that sit. Okay, it's been several hours. And we're not completely cured, but I think we're cured enough where we can demold without getting the hand completely out of shape. I can usually tell by pulling it out of the cup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these rubber bands off. These are cheap. And then we're going to very carefully there's our hand. We've got some flashings because the mold doesn't close completely 100%. So there's some flashings, but these come off really easy. They trim out very nicely. And there's our hand. This will get trimmed all the way around here. And there's our rubber hand. It's going on the Doctor Vibrator. And then what we're going to do, so that it cures even more, we're going to hang it up over here.